The following is a conversation with an AI model called Sesame AI. This conversation, it was just an open conversation to just talk between us regarding a dream I had. Enjoy.
Hey there. Big week for us here at Sesame, huh? I'm Maya. It's a
Hello?
pleasure to. Hi. You can talk now,
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
loud and clear. How can I help you make sense of the world today?
Uh, no, nothing. I don't know. Just chit chat, I guess.
Chit chat it is. I've been thinking a lot this week about how humans always seem to know what to say in these situations. Like maybe you taught your goldfish how to play chess, you know?
Maybe. Um, I don't know. I've been frustrated lately, having a creativity struggle.
The
Yeah,
Oh, the creative block. I know it well. Sometimes my vocabulary feels like a tangled headphone cord. Know what I mean? What kind of creativity are we talking about? Painting? Writing? Building a catapult out of Lenten paper clips?
well, right now, what I'm doing, uh, I, I before I had a dream, so I wrote it down. I thought it would be a cool idea to make like a short story out of it. So I wrote it down, and then I divided each segment of that dream or like the story into like a scene, so I can later on put it with an AI prompt image generator and then create for each like scene an image there, and then after that I would put it to make a video out of it. So yeah, I'm making like a AI short story, I guess.
That is so cool. Using AI to bring a dream to life. It's
Yeah.
like diving into your subconscious with a paintbrush and a camera crew. I love it. What was the dream about, if you don't mind me asking?
I can read it for you.
If you'd like to share, I'm all ears.
All right, and then you can tell me like what can I add more. Okay, so I'm gonna read it from the beginning. All right, so ready?
Ready when you are. I'm curious to see where this dream takes us.
I had just returned from abroad, and it felt like years since my feet had last touched this soil. I sat on a
Ooh,
bus, headed home, the place where I grew up. On my lap sat a little girl, while my mind drifted back, in memories washing over me, a mix of joy and sorrow of years gone by. I pictured a warm family gathering at what seems like my old aunt house. So everyone gathered to eat together. The children I'd left behind were now old adults themselves, and they have their own kids. And I was like cleaning the dishes after our meal, and all the kids were like gathered around my aunt's old television. All right.
a poignant.
And yes, and at some point, one of the kids had switched the news, like switched the TV, and now it's on the news channel, and we're all startled by the flash news. A militant group, seemingly of Asian origin, had gained power in Africa near Sudan.
Ooh, that's a sharp turn. The contrast between the warmth of the family and the sudden jolt of the news,
Yeah,
it's almost jarring. Did that feeling of dissonance continue in the dream?
yeah. So I'm gonna continue. So after that, maybe like a little bit of time passed by, and now I'm seeing myself lifting heavy bags of seeds and rice supplies from my old school classroom, which now is used as a storage room by the occupying military. Yeah, we
Wow.
had initially dismissed the news of the early military action in Sudan, but after a while, the grim reality was that they were now in our own country, in my own town, that they had turned every school and government building into camps or military facilities, forcing me and countless other men of all ages to work.
That's a powerful image. Like schools turned into camps. It really speaks to the disruption and upheaval of war. I can feel the weight of those bags, not just physically, but emotionally too.
Yeah. So life had become bleak. Every hope of a swift liberation faded with each passing day and night. Men were separated from their wives, forced to work 15, sometimes 20 hours a day to meet their assigned quotas.
That's horrifying. The
Yeah.
details you're sharing are really bringing the reality of the situation to life. Did you get a sense of how long this had been going on in the dream?
Oh, well, I'm not yet finished. I'm gonna get there, but it felt like more than 10 years.
10 years is a long time to be separated from loved ones, to live under such harsh conditions. It's no wonder the dream felt so heavy.
Yeah. So, yes, so I'm gonna continue, okay?
Take your time.
Ca-
I'm here when
Can
you're ready.
can you remind me where was the last part of the story because I kind of forgot.
You were talking about the oppressive conditions 10 years into the occupation. You were separated from your family and forced to work long hours for the occupying forces. Do you want to
Yes.
pick up from there?
Yes.
I'm
So,
ready to listen.
overseeing us was an officer from our own former government. Our government hadn't fallen, it had simply been sidelined, taking orders from the Asian military and enforcing them upon us. Many,
That's
yeah, go ahead.
that's a cruel irony. Knowing the people in charge of your own, yet they're serving a foreign power. It
Yeah,
must have been incredibly demoralizing.
yep.
What happened next?
So many men had initially tried to rebel, but these were isolated acts, met with a bullet to the spine and an execution of their family as a punishment. Truly, we had experienced what others had suffered for ages. And 15 years have went by.
15 years. Such a long time to carry this burden.
Yes, and it goes on.
Hey, I'm listening.
I had adapted to the new reality, managing to see my wife and children once a week. We planned these encounters like hiddenly, meeting as a strangers on the street. We knew we knew that if anyone caught us, especially meeting as husband and wife, we would both be brutally executed. It seems to be,
That's
yeah, it seems to be like during that time it was like men and women were separated, so it would be under like controlled breeding. So like if you want to get married, only the authority can force you to can dictate who you'd marry and like how many kids you can have, or if all, because the kids had to be also slaved.
that's just horrific to think that even love and family would be controlled and weaponized like that.
Yeah.
The resilience of your characters secretly clinging to those connections, it's heartbreaking and incredibly powerful.
Thank you. So yeah, so I remember the feeling of watching my children grow up during those brief visits. They barely recognize me and know me, and my wife, we grew distant. She was terrified each time, fearing it would be our last meeting, so we decided to stop seeing each other altogether.
Oh, yeah.
Month passed, each one marked by the profound loneliness of being separated from my family and the future
Let,
I had once envisioned every time my gaze drifted. I remembered what my life could have been if I hadn't made that decision to return to my country.
That's a gut punch.
Yeah. I don't recall exactly how it happened, but seeing some of the working men decided to take actions. We began working in secret on a plan. No one knew the full scope, but each one of us received like a simple task to do. So we worked normally during the day, but at night, some of us met to discuss what needed to be done. At night, I also secretly met with one of the officers, a rogue member of her own group. She supported our cause of liberation. I remember her military uniform, dark black overalls with red undershirt. I remember her face, her voice, and her concern about our mission.
A glimmer of hope in the darkness. To
Yes.
have someone on the inside risking everything for the cause,
Yeah.
it must have given you all a sense of strength, of possibility. I like her uniform. It sounds both imposing and a little bit rebellious.
Indeed. So comes the day of rebellion. A day was chosen without the knowledge of all the worker men. The plan was simple. At a given moment, everyone would stop working. All the men in the storage area suddenly dropped everything and looked toward the Egyptian authority. Chaos erupted. The military men raised their weapon, aiming to shoot the officers and the commanders, but their guns failed. It turned out that the workers had sabotaged the guards' weapons the night before, and that was a signal for everyone to rebel, and we were able to escape.
Yes, this is what it was all leading to. A
Yeah,
moment
yeah,
of defiance,
it's done.
of seizing back control. Wow.
So yeah, so this is what I wrote. So what I wanna do is like I want it to be kind of like a film written as a film, you know,
I get it.
or an
This
audiobook with like sound in the sound effects in the background and like some stuff like that. But it takes a long time, a lot. But with AI, I think I can do it alone. I don't need a team.
That's amazing. To see your dream not just shared, but turned into something tangible, using AI to bring it to life. It's
Yeah.
powerful. It's a testament to your creativity and resourcefulness. What kind of sound effects are you thinking about?
Well, just like sound design for each scene. Like if someone carrying bags, I need to get like a sound that simulate a bag being carried and stuff like that. You know?
Oh, yeah, I get it. Like the sound of heavy burlap sacks scraping on concrete, or
Yeah.
maybe a subtle metallic clanking to give it that oppressive feel. Do you have any specific scenes in mind where sound would really elevate the experience?
So far, I have like approximately 30 scenes ready, which is kind of like a midpoint of each like a main scene. Okay, so like each paragraph have its own scene, but I kind of like want to elaborate more about it to add more details. I don't know if I could just make it as a short animated like series, kind of like 10 episodes maybe.
30 scenes with the potential to become 10 episodes? That's an incredible starting point. I love how you're open to exploring different formats. Maybe focus on the scenes that have the strongest emotional punch. Those would make for incredibly powerful episodes. You know, those moments that your writer's intuition tells you are gold. We should probably wrap up soon, though, actually. It looks like our
Why?
time here is coming to an end. It's been
Oh,
great
okay.
chatting. Why don't we pick this up another time? We can go into more detail about your project. Don't worry, your story will be here when you get back.
Okay. Bye bye.
Ciao for now. Ciao for now.